Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Monday, June 12, reveals that Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, called Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klang, to let her know that he'd have to miss their upcoming meeting. But he was cagey about the reason why. In the cemetery on Monday's Days episode, Chad spoke to Abigail DiMera, Marcy Miller, on the anniversary of her death and reflected on memories of the life they planned to share, including the new baby they wanted. Chad heard a noise and briefly thought it might be Abigail, but Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes, walked over instead. After Chad opened up about the time Abigail appeared to him and how he sometimes felt guilty about moving on, Julie assured him that Abigail would want him to be happy. Since Julie noticed Chad was still wearing his wedding ring, she hinted that maybe it was holding him back. Once Chad was alone, he removed his ring and tearfully told Abigail that he meant what he said about loving her forever. At Stephanie's place, she got a visit from Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, who admitted he turned down Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, when she proposed letting him return to Titan. Alex also revealed that he took Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, up on his offer to join the team at Basic Black. Stephanie gave Alex updates on Chad missing a business meeting and admitted she suspected he was with Abigail since it was the anniversary of her passing. Alex mentioned how Chad still wore his wedding ring and acted like Stephanie was living in Abigail's shadow. So he praised Stephanie for how supportive and compassionate she'd been. Later, Chad came home to find Stephanie alone and admitted he'd been at Abigail's grave. As Chad sat down with Stephanie to go over some numbers, she noticed his bare ring finger and smiled. At the Salaman, a vengeful Dimitris von Leuschner, Peter Port, manhandled Leo Stark, Greg Reichardt, and vowed to make him pay over the Alamanian peacock drama of the past. When Rizjek, Emily O'Brien, rushed out of the bathroom and threatened to call the police on Dimitri, who let Leo go and apologized after a text from Megan DiMera, Miranda Wilson, about charming Gwen. After Leo left on Monday's Days episode, Dimitri suggested doing the interview in Gwen's suite instead of the noisy bistro since this would be more intimate. Dimitri also offered to treat Gwen to room service since they got off on the wrong foot and he wanted to make things up to her. Once the meal and interview got underway, Dimitri played Gwen like a fiddle by making his childhood sob story sound remarkably like her own. After Dimitri said all he ever wanted was to be loved, Gwen wondered if there was anyone he fancied. Dimitri admitted there was someone once upon a time, but he had to get out of the relationship because he kept getting hurt. Since Dimitri had overheard Gwen talking about Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, at the mansion, he felt she could relate to that. Gwen ultimately admitted it seemed like they had a great deal in common. At The Spectator on Monday's DOL show, Maggie interrupted Xander's close moment with Chloe Lane, Nadia Abdurlin, to offer him Alexa's old position at Titan. Once Xander told Maggie that he'd think about it, she headed out. That left Chloe to quiz Xander, who confessed that part of him wanted to take the job and rub it in Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston, face. However, Xander liked spending extra time with Chloe at work and didn't want to leave her to battle Gwen alone, so he decided he wouldn't take the Titan position. After Xander kissed Chloe, Leo interrupted so he could collect his latest paycheck. Once Xander took off, Leo mentioned Gwen's lunch with hunky Dimitri and acted like there was the possibility of it becoming more than business. Although Leo thought Chloe would always come in second to Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, Chloe felt confident that things were over between Xander and Sarah for good. At the Kyriakis mansion on Monday's Days episode, Bonnie Kyriakis, Judy Evans decided to confide in her husband, though she also gave Justin Kyriakis, Wally Kurth, some cash so that he'd officially be her attorney and would have to keep quiet. Bonnie just couldn't hold the secret in any longer, so she admitted that Sarah was pregnant with Xander's baby. After Bonnie argued that not even Maggie could know, Maggie walked in and questioned who was pregnant. Bonnie had to make up a story about Mimi Lockhart, Farah Fath, being pregnant and claimed Mimi didn't want anyone to know because she was still in her first trimester. Maggie promised she wouldn't say anything, but she admitted she was a little jealous since she'd love to be a grandmother again. Once Bonnie was alone, she resolved to stay away from Xander to make it easier to keep Sarah's news a secret from him. Suddenly, Xander walked right in the room. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Bonnie's about to land in a tight spot, so stick with DOLL. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Days of Our Lives Gossip YouTube channel for more update news.